Shh! Shh! Shush! It's time for The Shelf. Whangarei District Libraries Radio on Beagle Radio. Oh!
Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai whakaronga mai ki The Shelf. He punua paoho mai I ngā whare pukapuka I Whangarei, I Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. I pahuri koutou I ngā hokata me o hotu ki ngā whare pukapuka I YouTube. Hello everyone and welcome to The Shelf, a podcast for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM and streaming online at beagleradio.co.nz. To catch up on episodes you might have missed, subscribe to Whangarei District Libraries on YouTube. Alright, and I'm Karlie. It's good to be back in the studio, and today we're having a very special welcome for our newest librarian slash DJ slash host slash musician, Eddie Williams.
Thanks, Karlie.
Cool. Okay, so Eddie has featured on the show before as a published author of a book called A Volatile Mixtape, which we have in the library. So Eddie, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in the library and why you love libraries, maybe?
Sure. Well, I've always loved libraries. My mum was a school librarian back in the day. And my role is central and outreach team. So as well as working at Central Library, I also go to all our branches, Te Kipunga, Onarahi and Te Kamo. And I also do a few other things like the mobile library, visiting schools and daycares and senior citizens, which is great as well. And I love the library because it's full of books,
Yay.
A, B, full of people, and it's just a great place with great resources, really good atmosphere, and it's really good to be doing the job I love.
Yeah, and now you can add the shelf to your list of awesome things that you do.
I can.
Yeah. One thing that we both love about the library is the Funtime sessions that you and I both host, along with Mrs. Kite, the children's librarian, and Leanne, another one of our colleagues. So Funtime, for anyone that doesn't know, it's a preschool session which includes maybe story time, music, movement, dancing, things like that. At the odd time there's a craft, maybe on a special occasion like we had for Father's Day. These are held weekly during school term and it's free entry. All kids must be accompanied by an adult. But basically, so at Central Library we have them 10 a.m. till maybe 10:45ish on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we have them at Te Kipunga too.
Te Kipunga as well, same time, 10 o'clock to 10:30ish at Te Kipunga Library on a Tuesday, every Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's good fun. There's definitely benefits to it for the kids. So maybe I'll get into that and then we'll talk about our favourite parts of Funtime.
Absolutely.
So preschool fun times are about more than entertainment, although it's in the name that they are super fun. There are lots of benefits to young children's early development when they attend these sorts of sessions at libraries. Most libraries have these sessions around New Zealand. Some of these skills that these toddlers and young children are learning, and believe us, they're learning more than we even realise by attending these. There are literacy skills, like we use lots of rhyming and repetition and choose books intentionally. And also their interest in reading is encouraged. Their motor skills and hand-eye coordination through dance and hand rhymes. Their social skills through making friends and being around other children their age, and lots more. A cool thing I noticed is that attending these sessions, the mums, dads, grandparents are also making friends with other parents and those connections.
True.
So this is especially cool to see new mums build a little community and support system.
Yep.
Should we talk about our favourite parts?
Sure.
Do you have something in mind?
Well, I started Funtime, I think, about late last year. I was terrified the first time I watched Glenn do it because he is so brilliant.
He's a bona fide entertainer.
Yes, he wrote our Funtime theme song as well. But the kids are so open and so with you They
Yeah.
want to be involved, and it's been great to see some kids who are very shy.
Yeah.
We're talking preschoolers here, so it's great to see them develop over the months and weeks that we do it. And there's one particular little girl who started off hardly doing any of the actions, barely making eye contact, hardly saying hello, and now she's one of the team. She's doing all the boogieing, she's getting into it, she's saying hello and goodbye, and really great to see that engagement and that involvement, and just seeing their smiles, how they light up when you tell a funny story or when you do the songs and the actions.
Yeah.
It's also very good physical workout for the librarians.
Oh my gosh,
It's
yes.
like aerobics
You can
for
say
librarians.
that again. Yeah. Yeah, it's good fitness in the morning for us.
Yeah. And how about you, Karlie? What's your favourite bits?
Similar to you, the highlight for me is being silly with the kids.
Yeah.
Like when we have a good giggle. Like I love reading stories with them and getting them to do like an exaggerated reaction.
Yes.
Like when you get to say, oh, who's this, a lion? And then get them to go, rawr, and then they find that absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
The bar is really low, like they're so entertained
Yes.
by the most minimum thing.
Yes,
that
exactly,
it
yeah.
makes you feel quite good.
It
like
does,
even
yeah.
though I'm obviously not a children's entertainer and whatever, but
They're a great crowd, and they're very
Yeah.
forgiving.
They are really forgiving. They're just so happy to be there. I'm newly interested in what I found out to be called metafiction, which are books that playfully acknowledge that they are books.
Right.
So, for instance, I read a book called Do Not Push This Button by Bill Cotter. I think I
Yes.
showed you that one, Eddie.
Great one.
Which encourages the kids to touch the illustration of the button on the page on the board book, to see what happens, and just shake the book to get the monsters off the page and things like that. So that's the kind of story I'm looking forward to finding more, because that's the kind of giggly fun that
Yeah. And,
that I like.
and I'm a bit of a sucker for the classics, to be honest. So today we did bear hunt. We're going on a bear hunt, which some people tell me they found traumatic as a child. But we had a vote today. Was it going to be the bear hunt or something else? And the bear hunt won.
Yeah.
And they just love joining in the rhythm of the words and the sound effects and the noises. And some of them get very enthusiastic. And when they see the bear, they really roar out, "The bear!"
Yeah, I also like my classics are the Hera McCleary and the Slinky Malinky ones.
Yeah.
I throw one of those in there every once
And you
in a
usually
while.
hook the parents as well, because they had them when they were kids.
Yeah, it's nostalgic for them, and they get into it. Like whenever Scarface Claw enters the scene, they're always like, ah! Cool. Before we head into something a little bit special, I would just like to mention that there's this a cool fun time happening next month on the 10th of October, hosted by this amazing group called Loopy Tunes. We've started playing them at the Library Fun Times. I know you did a few of their songs today. So the kids are really getting into it. But you can practice them at home because all the Loopy Tunes stuff is on their YouTube page.
And Spotify.
And Spotify. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. You're invited to bring your kids along or pass it along to friends with children that might be interested. Obviously, it's another free event for them. And that's, once again, that's on 10th of October at 10 a.m, normal fun time at Whangarei Central Library. So
Come early, there'll be lots of people.
yeah, we're expecting a big crowd for that one, and hopefully we'll be amongst it, getting some tips from the
those
pros.
two ladies are amazing. They write their own stuff, they play their own instruments, and they're hilarious as well. So do book that in.
So excited for that. And speaking of kids and music and fun time and all that fun stuff, Eddie, I think maybe I'll get you to set up this next thing we're going to play.
Right, yes, so there's a song we do at Fun Time called A Pirate I'll Be, and it's gone down a real treat, and it's actually a song that I wrote myself. Spent decades writing songs. This is the only one that's got any traction.
So far.
So far, the kids are loving it. We played it today at Fun Time, and we also played it with the Kaurihohore school students on Monday this week, who joined in and sang it with me, and I think we're going to play that clip now.
Yep, I'll hit it now.
Right.
What class are you again? And do you remember how your part of the song goes?
Yes.
Way, hey, a pirate I'll be, roaming the sea. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. One more. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. I've a patch in the place where me I used to see. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. And my left leg is carved from an old kauri tree. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. It's treasure we're seeking, though our ship is leaking. We'll pillage and plunder the world's 7 wonders. So, hey, a pirate I'll be. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. Beautiful. I've a parrot on my shoulder who sings out of key. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. And gold fills the holes in me rotten old teeth. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. It's treasure we're seeking, though our ship is leaking. We'll pillage and plunder the world's 7 wonders. So, way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. Beautiful. Now I have a hook sticking out of me sleeve. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. For a crafty old croc ate my hand for tea. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. It's treasure we're seeking, though our ship is leaking. We'll pillage and plunder the world's 7 wonders. So, way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Roaming the sea. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. And X marks the spot where my heart used to be. Pound your heart. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Now it's locked in a box way down in the deep. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. It's treasure we're seeking, though our ship is leaking. We'll pillage and plunder the world's 7 wonders. So, way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. Really loud. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. Really quiet. Way, hey, a pirate I'll be. Way, hey, a roaming the sea. 1, 2, 3. Arr! Well done, guys.
Alright, welcome back. You're listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Bigle Radio 88.1 FM. So that, what you just heard was the pirate song. Eddie's awesomely, what do you call it, constructed song, written and music by Eddie. So that was at Kaurihohore School, and the kids were joining in and they sounded absolutely awesome.
Yeah, great kids.
Yeah. Such cool kids. Okay,
And
so
next up, we have an interview which we pre-recorded with the local author Deb Jowitt, who is fascinating, funny, and very clever. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to play that clip right about now. Well, it's great to have a guest speaker with us on Beagle Radio, The Shelf, today. And we have Deb Jowitt, who is a former nurse and midwife, and also has a PhD in history. But just before you think, what has that got to do with the library, Deb is also a very keen and accomplished fiction writer. So welcome, Deb.
Oh, thanks so much, Eddie.
And I understand it's a particular subgenre of fiction writing that you do and that you're interested in. Could you explain that to us?
Yeah, well, Flash is a very short form of fiction. It's been around for a long time. If you think Aesop's fables,
Ooh.
that kind of thing, it's evolved quite quickly in the over the 20 20th and 21st century. So it's really a popular genre now.
So it's called flash fiction.
Flash. So over in a flash, some people say, you know, it's as long as it takes to smoke a cigarette, and there is an online journal called Smoke Long Quarterly, which devotes itself to flash fiction.
And hopefully he's not sponsored by a tobacco company.
No. There's hardly any short form that is so much fun.
And
as
how
flash
short
fiction.
is short?
Short, it can actually under 1,000 words, but generally you'll find that most online journals request flash between 300 and 500 words.
Right.
So micros, 80 to 100 words.
So that's another
Even
subgenre.
shorter.
80 to 100, wow.
Yeah.
So you've got to get across the beginning, middle and end and your hook and everything within a very short space of time or words.
You know, I guess that's what keeps you going with flash, and that it is fun, but it's also a huge challenge, as you say, to create a story within the confines of 300 to 500 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it teaches you a lot.
Yeah. And so who can or who should have a crack at doing flash?
Oh, look, anybody who can pick up a pen or tap on a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you find that it's a very popular form of fiction, more accessible perhaps than novel writing or the longer short story format?
Oh, well, certainly, and it was the thing that attracted me to flash in the first place. I'd actually moved on from midwifery, and I was working for a health commission and writing papers that were definitely non-fiction. And I wanted to cross genre. I really wanted to write fiction.
Yeah.
But I had very little time, and the group here was meeting in the library once a month.
Yes.
And I would look longingly at the library website at the time that they met, and I finally was able to, when I started working part-time, was finally able to join them.
Great.
At first I found that I was writing about my life verbatim. I was actually sort of flash non-fiction writing, probably.
Autobiographical.
Yes, I found it really hard to let the story tell itself, if you like, to lift off from biographical details. Yeah.
And what kind of support did the 330 Flash, it's called, isn't it, the group that meets here?
Whangarei Library 330 Flash.
Yeah,
Right.
and what kind of support did they give to get you moving from that place of being stuck to a more free-flowing, less autobiographical output?
It was right from the start. It was a very supportive group, and there was an element of critique and feedback.
Yeah.
So I slowly learnt what worked and what didn't. But it was a slow process.
Yeah. But worth sticking with, rewarding.
Very much worth sticking with. And every so often they'd hold a workshop, or somebody would fly in from another city, like Michelle Elvey, who had actually been the founder of flash fiction here in Whangarei 12 or 13 years ago.
Right.
She's now in Otepoti, Dunedin.
Nice.
But every so often she'd pass through, and we'd have a chance to talk flash. And as a group we stuck together. And
nice. Yeah. Yes, I had a short term with the group myself, if you recall that, when Martin
Porter
was there, and I learned an awful lot because I tend to write long fiction, very long.
Yes.
So it was such a great discipline to get say more in less words, that less is more thing.
Yeah.
And he also gave great tips like, if you're stuck for an idea, look at things like Aesop's fables or ancient Greek myths, and borrow those ideas to get you kick-started, like Narcissus or something like that, and get that as a starting block and then make it your own. So I found it very useful.
Oh yeah, actually that's reminded me that for quite a while Martin used a fantastic book which is in the library, the Rose Metal Press Field Guide to Writing Flash Fiction. Every chapter has an exercise.
Great.
And over a year he met with people from the group who could stay behind and work through the exercises.
Great.
He really contributed a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And that kind of lifted the what could I say?
Quality?
The caliber
yeah.
of our writing.
Yeah.
He was excellent at giving constructive feedback
Yeah,
too.
great.
So we were very lucky to have Martin.
Yes. And for those out in Radio Land who are interested, you can find books on writing flash fiction and short fiction in a non-fiction area, strangely enough. 808 upstairs in the library, and you can also go online and look for that. So the one Deb was talking about is the Rose Metal Press Field Guide to Writing Flash Fiction, and the call number, if you're into that sort of Dewey Decimal thing, is 808.31 FIE. So make sure you check that and some of the other offerings out.
Yeah, I've actually bought the Flash non-fiction version myself, which followed about a decade after this one.
Yes.
It's really, this earlier version has really stood the test of time. You know, it really is an excellent, it's referenced by a lot of people.
Yeah. So for actually, for people there who may be keen to read flash fiction, maybe before they get started writing it so they can get a feel for what is out there, where can you find well-written, fun flash fiction stories out there?
I think the easiest place to go is, apart from the library, is online. Michelle Elvey and friends started a website some time ago called Flash Frontier, and that's published quarterly. They've got a beautiful website with artwork and all the previous editions, so all issues are there, and they are a wonderful source of good flash fiction. They ask for submissions from throughout New Zealand, but they also have international issues.
Yeah.
So you can get a wide range of.
So what would we Google to find that particular website?
That is flashfrontier.com.
Flashfrontier.com.
If you
Great.
put that in, you're away.
Excellent. And you said they take submissions there as well, so you can say, say you've written a 300 to 500 word story.
They are 250 words for international, 300 for national.
Wow.
But they've got a submissions section, very easy. It's a really good website. It's very well designed, easy to move around.
Great, excellent.
Yeah.
Now, as we said, you are a writer of flash fiction yourself, and I particularly took a shine to one of your stories called The Road to Nowhere, which I would like to ask you if you could read it for us now.
Okay, well look, before I start, this is a 300 word story.
Goes right at the limit.
Right at the limit. The Road to Nowhere. I'd heard so many stories about the old place. Pile of crap at the end of a dirt track. Wairarapa's worst real estate. Burnt down years ago. Too isolated for a woman up there. The last one always got to me. There'd been a woman living up there all right. My mother. And I knew my father had made a shitload off the place. Somehow. The rutted road climbed steeply to a sheltered plateau. I was relieved to see a rough corrugated iron hut still standing under overhanging panga. Blistered with rust, but the hinges moved easily, and the inside was in perfect order. Gas stove, running water, single cot with sleeping bag. Someone was living there. I heard Ruru calling as darkness fell. Then footsteps outside. An old man in a tartan swan dry opened the door. I wondered when you'd turn up, was all he said. He got soup going on the gas ring before he was ready to talk. Vietnam was a hellhole, but there were plenty of drugs. That's when it started. Your dad was growing marijuana here, huge plants in among the cornrows. Bright guy, your dad. Once your mother cottoned onto the margins, she acted as his courier. Ever so innocent looking she was. He smiled in a crooked kind of way. My mother a drug mule? That couldn't be right. She studied law after she had me. But who better to catch a crim than a crim? The accident that killed him, what happened? Rival gang? Back then. Cable to his brakes was cut. He shrugged. I thought of my mother's love for road bikes, the way she did everything to keep me on the straight and narrow, the way she said crime was nothing but a road to nowhere.
Excellent, thank you, Deb. So we've got the whole narrative arc there from the introduction to the old place that gets us intrigued, and the corrugated iron, and the old character who lives there. But all the time you're building this backstory that slowly gets revealed until the very end, and then we find out that it's your mother we're talking about and your father. Your fictional mother and father, I take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
How you got away from the autobiographical on this one, I take it?
Yes, it does hang on a story I've heard,
Right.
but not within my, not within my personal kind of
Yeah.
parameters. But
Yes.
something similar did happen once. But I guess one of the things that I tried to do here was have very few characters, because it's difficult. It's
Yeah.
a challenge to have too many characters in such a short story.
Yes.
Readers lose their way.
Yeah.
The writer tends to lose their
Yeah.
way. So that was part of the focus on
Yes.
the two figures.
Yes.
And as you say, the others were kind of background.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got two figures here and now, and the story's kind of being told via them, but it's a story about two other characters.
Yes.
And what they got up to, and how they ended, and so forth. So yeah, there's a bit of everything in there. And there's humour in there as well, which is, I think, always sweetens any story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would say that.
Yeah.
You're so good at it. I actually bought, these books because I was thinking perhaps you could read your story about real estate.
Oh gosh, is it? Yes. So is it in one of them? Is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So one of the challenges that the 330 Whangarei 330 Flash put out is to write short fiction, isn't it? And you then go on to take submissions and publish it in some. Is it an annual publication?
Well, it was after the first decade of being together, we thought, wow, we've built quite a history. And
Yes.
we got funding from the Creative Communities Scheme
Right.
to put together this anthology, a collection of stories from people who'd been part of the group over the years. And
Right.
Martin very kindly submitted from England, where he lives now. But we got 35 people who'd been part
Wow.
of the group. So it was,
Sure.
yeah, it was excellent. I think I'm right in saying that. I could have been Changing Landscapes, our second
Yes. So
collection.
these are available at the library as well. One is called Changing Landscapes, Flash and Microfiction from Northland, and the other one, the earlier one, is called You Might Want to Read This. Also available online to purchase?
Not online, but we
Okay.
do have a few copies left.
Right,
We're right down. We did a run of 200 of each,
yes.
and we're down to
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, so one of the competitions or how would you describe it, promotions that the 330 group did was challenge people to write flash or microfiction under the subject heading Changing Landscapes. And when I came to my submission, I made it rather literal in a strange way. So it's called Your Next Home. Enjoying the expo, madam? Interesting. Anything take your fancy? Plenty beyond our budget. Price aside, what is it you're seeking in a planet? There's 2.8 billion of us, so smallish. Gravitational pull? Around 8.92. Aquatic or land-based? Having gills and lungs, both ideally. Diet? Plant-based, of course. I've just the place. Affordable, location to kill for, no neighbours for 1 billion light years, huge oceans, habitable landmass, and fully functioning moon and sun. Oh, what's it called? Earth. Earth? But you mentioned oceans. It's around 70% water. What's the catch? There's one species that's little out of control. Population? 8 billion in only 300,000 years. However do they procreate? Madam, you really don't want to know. Just what are these? Humans, madam, are a bipedal carbon-based life form. Ugh! Anyone else? There were billions of mammals, fish, insects and reptiles, but humans have caused the extinction of around 60% of them. What? How? Excessive hunting, habitat destruction, pollution. On the bright side, more room for you. Pollution? Are there digestive gases that potent? No, most of it's from energy production. With a well-functioning sun, they prefer to burn carbon. Are they mad? Quite mad? Their climate must be chaotic. Yes, but with the right owners and a little pest control, it promises to be quite the fixer-upper. Some work is required, hence the price. And how would the humans respond to an inspection from a potential buyer? They won't even notice. Until it's too late? Precisely, madam.
Thank you.
So, it can be a lot of fun. You pulled that one on me. I wasn't expecting it. So, yeah, flash fiction. It's a great medium and a lot of fun. And you can meet with the flash fiction team at Whangarei Library every first Tuesday of the month. At what time? It's no longer 3:30, is it?
No, that's true. Well, actually, we got so big that we started a splinter group.
Oh, great.
Which meets 2 in the middle of the month.
Right.
If you go on the library website and contact Whangarei Library at 330flash@gmail.com, you can get all the info from us.
Great.
And we can let you know when the next meeting of the splinter group
Right.
is being held.
Yeah, sounds dangerous. Flash and splinter.
It does.
So thanks very much for coming along, Deb, and sharing your story and all your knowledge about flash fiction and enthusiasm for it. And we will see you around the library, no doubt.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. It's been a great opportunity to talk about my passion.
Great. So that was Deb Jowitt, and the story she gave us was entitled Road to Nowhere. And when I was talking with her, I said, "Ooh, how about we play a song of the same name?" And she said, "Is it by Talking Heads?" And I said, "Yes." So here it is.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. You're in the studio with Karlie and Eddie. And we're going to talk a little bit about something cool that's happening this week. This week is Te Wiki o Manaaki, which is Welcoming Week. Whangarei has some really cool stuff happening. For instance, today, this is not so much promotion because it's happening right now or in about an hour, but it's just a cool thing that we want to celebrate is happening, is the Library of Cultures. And this, I believe, is a night cafe event. The group that arranged the night library with us, they do some awesome stuff in the community. So the Library of Cultures, which is happening today on the 10th of September, is, I'll read the little blurb they have. So it's pull up a chair and chat with our amazing culture guides, real people from around the globe who now call our community home. You'll discover stories, traditions, values, and yes, learn about delicious food, all woven into the colourful tapestry of migrant life in Aotearoa. So that's a drop-in event that's happening today, between 3 and 5:30 p.m. So that's something we're quite proud of happening in our...
Yeah, be there or be square.
Exactly. And there's one other event that's happening this Sunday, 14th of September, and that's a half-hour session at 11 o'clock a.m. It's the Po Revisited, a community conversation. So it's a celebration of nearly 20 years since we put up the 10 po that were raised outside Whananga Whakatapu Maturanga, which is Whangarei Central Library. They represent a rich diversity of cultures, Māori, Pacifica, Celtic, Dalmatian, Korean and others that are all woven into the social fabric of Whangarei. So this is a guided walk and a korero with Te Wahiri Hitaraka, the project leader for the project. And so we will be looking at the carvings and reflecting on their stories and celebrating community spirit. So this was brought to the library by Hihiawa Cultural Centre. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But yeah, that's another cool event that's happening in celebration of Te Wiki o Manaaki.
Cool, so much to celebrate.
Yeah. And that leads me into a little bit of a spiel about diversity in libraries, because it's something we feel very passionate about, don't we?
We do.
So public libraries feel very strongly about being a diverse and inclusive space in our community. The books and various collections we have in the library are intended to be a reflection on the diversity of our Whangarei district. This is important because we'd love you to feel represented by a lot of our literature, but we also love anyone to have the chance to read and learn from somebody else's point of view. So this is a lovely way for us to develop empathy, understanding and knowledge. Public libraries are designed to be centres of equality. People of all ages, ethnicities and socio-economic backgrounds and life experiences are welcome here always. I always emphasise the fact that public libraries are one of the last remaining third spaces where people can hang out without the expectation of spending money.
Yes.
So this in turn means that we get a lot of people from all walks of life discovering libraries as community centres and meeting spaces. And in doing so, libraries spark a sense of belonging to your community.
Yep.
And having this sense of belonging in turn encourages locals to be more civically engaged and participate in aspects of democracy, but also to foster positive connections with others. And of course, it brings you back to the library, that sense of community and connection.
And on the subject of democracy, there's also the election lounge in the front of the library at the moment, which is running a loop of all the candidates who are running for elections this year. So make sure you come along, get a comfy seat and check that out.
Yeah, and it's also retro themed, which it just looks so cool, straight out of the 70s. So we also have a collection of world language books for migrants to read, if that's what they prefer. We've also had our librarians Eddie and Nicola visit with a group. How did that go, Eddie?
Brilliant, yeah, they were a great group. It was the English language partners on Rathbone Street. We were very warmly welcomed there. We gave them a little presentation, including the pirate song, which they all joined in with.
Cool.
And great bunch of people. And they also had a visit to the library, which Zana and Milani, our colleagues, showed them around the library, showed them the little nooks and crannies and bits and pieces you don't know about automatically. They really enjoyed it, and so many of them have signed up for library cards. So
awesome.
Win-win.
That's so cool. Cool. So that was just a little bit about how much we love our diverse collection and our diverse community, and everyone is welcome at the library. Next topic, we're going to talk a little bit about tech at the library. Technology, digital stuff.
Yep, love it or hate it, it's there.
Yep, it's the modern world, isn't it? So for anyone that doesn't know, we have a couple of programs going. So we've got the Digi Coaches and Tech Help sessions, but we'll talk about these cool Digi Coaches first.
So they are with us at the Central Library from Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's no need to book. You turn up, you have a problem with your laptop, tablet, computer, phone, or just generally using technology, they will help you. They're two lovely young people, very knowledgeable, and this is the blurb for it. Having trouble keeping up with all the new tech you're having to use?
Come along to the library where two Digi Coaches are on hand to give people free one-on-one help with
Smartphones, using apps, online safety, using email, skinny jump, internet, and digital queries.
Come along and learn how to do something new.
As well as that, we also have our Tech Help sessions first Tuesday of each month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and that's the front of the Central Library, 10 to 2, first Tuesday each month.
Yep, you can't miss them there. So any questions you have, feel free to come along. We do our best to help you on a daily basis with fielding the odd bits of questions, but if you need anything in depth, this is such a great opportunity to get that sorted. So I have a little bit also to say about digital inclusion in public libraries, because this is actually something public libraries are at the forefront of at the moment. So yeah, here we go. If you've been into Whangarei Central Library recently, you might have noticed, like we've just explained, we've got this new service happening until the end of November, I believe.
Yep.
We have these
21st.
two awesome Digi Coaches on site to help people with their tech inquiries. They're here from, like we said, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. weekdays, and you're encouraged to drop in any time with your questions. We also have the Tech Help drop-in sessions on the first Tuesday of every month. So both the Digi Coaches and these tech sessions are an indication of our library prioritising helping the community in this area. You might be familiar with the term digital inclusion, and it's definitely a concept at the forefront of library work today. Digital inclusion is defined by the New Zealand government as an end state where everyone has equitable opportunities to participate in society using digital technologies. Note the use of the words end state because it's a goal that is far from being achieved currently. The opposite of digital inclusivity is the digital divide, which is a term you also might have heard, which indicates that many Kiwis are uncomfortable or maybe intimidated or flat out avoiding using digital technologies for a myriad of reasons. The barrier might be cost, it might be location. For example, you might be out of range for a modem where you live, or it might be a fear of having to ask for help. It could also be just like people like the elderly not wanting to opt in. In this age, digital inclusion is a community right, is a human right, but there are many people being left behind without the means or confidence to use internet or technology in general. It is considered a well-being indicator at this point. Meanwhile, more and more core government and other services are shifting to online, and unfortunately not all tech is being made with, for instance, the disabled community in mind. So that's something we are aware of. And unfortunately, stats show that the digital divide disproportionately affects some groups more than others. For instance, Māori and Pacifica people, older people, those in social housing, and the disabled community. So we know there are obstacles out there, but public libraries are making it our mission to help. A huge part of our mahi now is computer and printing queries. Did that surprise you when you...
Not at all. Oh, it did actually. When I first started the library, I thought, oh my goodness, we do so much helping people things with like emails and scanning and documents, and we also have a justices of peace that come to the library. You can have a look on our website. They're a lot, and they do a great free service, and part of that is us helping you photocopy your documents that you need or scan the documents that you need to your email. So that's a great service, and it's there, it's free, come and use it.
Totally. It seems to me it's like half of the job that we do when we're on the customer desk is fielding those types of things. Although, mind you, we have the Digi Coaches now that are able to lend a hand with that. So we know there are these obstacles out there, and we're trying to help. However, we try not to simply do your work for you where we can. Like, our intention is to teach you the process and empower you, our patrons, to be lifelong learners.
Yes.
We don't mind showing you 15 times. We'll say that over and over again. We don't mind showing you, but we will be explaining what we do as we do it. So that's why libraries are leaders in digital inclusivity, and we're happy to answer any questions you might have. So spread the word about the Digi Coaches and the Tech Help sessions, because this is like such a good opportunity for you or members of the family that you might know who need it, to learn a little bit more, and it's a chance for us to make your day that much easier.
Yep.
So that's a bit about what we do in that area. Cool. Should we, what's our time like?
We are 10 to.
10 to. We might just run through a few events that are happening, because it's actually a really busy time.
It sure is. Yep, September seems to be where everything happens at once.
Yeah, it does. What have we got? So next week is Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori.
It certainly is. Yep.
We've got some events, some really cool stuff happening for that. So there is a Te Reo competition happening. Our Māori Services Librarian Moana will be downstairs for you to participate in this competition. But basically, if you speak some Māori phrases, you go into the draw to win one of 3 tuku tuku toy kits, which is really cool. So basically, what you got to do is go to the table at the front of the library by the stairs, Central Library that is, and say a very basic mihi and add to it. So it's not just kia ora, it's a little bit more than that, to show that you're engaging with Te Reo. And after your mihi, you fill out an entry form to go in the draw to win the prize, and the prize is drawn on Friday the 19th of September, the end of Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori, and it's 1 entry per person. So that's happening all week next week.
Awesome. And I'll just put in there that the Funtime, which we've been so actively promoting, is next week is your last chance before end of the term to get along on Wednesday or Thursday to the Central Library for Funtime, 10 a.m. to 10:30-ish, and also Tikipunga Library, 10 to 10:30 on the Tuesday. And then the next 2 weeks during school holidays, we don't run Funtime, but we do have an awesome school holiday program. Yeah,
so there's school holiday programs for both the primary school aged children and also for tweens and teens, so there's 2 separate things happening there. Yep, and that's all on our website. Always fun, involves, among other things, music, craft, books, real together sort of time, and a little bit crazy and fun. But you always learn something, and you usually come back with a beautiful piece of artwork or craft. Yeah, I know our children's library, Mrs. Kite, has got some cool themes. She's got the 2 weeks of the school holidays, and one of them's Star Wars themed, and the other one's our favourite movies. So I think that's going to be something the kids are really into. Absolutely. The Force will be with them. Yeah. Next week, I'll also say, because it was so cool last year, there's a kapahaka group coming in to perform, and it's from Whangarei Intermediate School. The kids are going to come and perform a kapahaka, I believe, at the front of the library again. Yep. It's such a cool spot. Everyone in the library just sort of stops, watches, and the acoustics are incredible. Yes. You will have hair standing up on the back of your neck, and you'll feel very moved when you hear these young people belt out their waiata or their kapahaka. Yeah, beautiful. I got quite emotional last year watching that. I just think it's so cool. That's next Tuesday, 16th of September, midday, 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. So it's a good long session there, and that's at Whangarei Central Library again. Is there anything else we'd want to promote? There's a lot happening, so basically check out our library website because it's constantly being updated with all this cool stuff we're doing. I think that pretty much is it. Before we go, we're going to have another live performance.
A Funtime event.
So I'll just thank you all for tuning into The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. We'll be back in a fortnight with a brand new episode. In the meantime, you can catch up on all the previous episodes on the Whangarei District Libraries YouTube channel, and we'll see you at the library. This is the song that we do at the end of Funtime. So if you've come along, you will have heard the Funtime song, which was written by our beloved leader and friend Glenn. And so I thought it would be nice to have a closing song for Funtime as well, just to calm everything down and bring it back to earth and say how much we appreciated everyone coming along. So I've got my little ukulele here with me. We'll give it a crack.
Songs to sing.